You don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience. And hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated. From the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul. Provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble. The ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help the show. Cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to
Pollaseedz.
Pollaseedz.
That's what we're doing.
We got a hot subject tonight, man.
I know y'all missed us last week.
Oh,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Y'all missed us last week.
First of all, let's acknowledge Keith, man.
Yes,
He had
sir.
a little speed bump last week, which his family is doing well. We
Yes,
thank
sir.
God for that.
Amen.
Yeah, you've been on our prayers, bro, for real.
That's why he got the braids in his hair. I wish we could show a camera on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish we could show the camera on him. He got the braids in his hair. He done went young thug on us.
Yeah, this week's show, we're talking about controlling connection.
I would hand my mic to him.
Control. No, he don't need it. He don't need it yet. Just trust me.
already.
Cause he need a little a cage. He need to be in the cage for with the chicken wire and stuff. So there,
It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on you.
Yeah.
I hate that we share mics. But
Yeah. So hey man, so let's get right into Kev. How was your week, brother?
Let's go.
That's how your week was.
That's
Let's
how
go.
it was. Let's go.
Okay. Well, pass it. Who you want to
Canoe.
pass to?
What about my week, man? I'm
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trevor is
in due
always in
time.
my shot. I don't even know what the
Yeah,
fuck
he
he's
always
doing.
blocking your blessing.
Yeah. Be less. My bless. Yeah, my God damn. Get up.
Smallest
God
one.
damn.
So it's always
Yeah.
the smallest one.
Hey, every week, even though we miss a week, it's the same thing.
Man,
You know what I mean? Some guy is always thwarting your
there you go again.
success.
There you go again.
Go ahead, do it again,
Put
Trevor.
his ass in his high chair, man.
Yeah. But my week was good, bro. My dad let me know some things today, and he was like, "Hey, I want to tell you one thing. He's
is your
suffering
dad.
some things.
He is your dad, right?
Yeah. But
Oh,
yeah. He's suffering some things. But if you see us, you would know that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Absolutely.
You know, that motherfucker. Everybody say I look like him, so
yeah.
I say shit. That's my dad. But he told me that
We don't have to be that way, right?
Right,
Trevor?
Trey.
we
Trev look
have
like
to-
his dad.
It does
And that's
not
not
always
even-
necessarily have to be that way. I don't look exactly like my dad.
your biological dad. We're talking about
I
not
still
your
don't.
father,
Still don't.
not your father.
Master.
But he told me there's no unity. There's no unity without community. And he told me that, and I was like, man, we need to work harder at being unified, even as a family.
Yeah.
And that's what we're working on this week, y'all.
Okay.
Being unified as a family.
That's right. So when you say that, you mean your immediate family, or are you including us this time? I just want to be clear.
Y'all are my extended family, and I'm including y'all
Okay,
because you guys have been around for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, y'all the only ones that I know that have been around for a
For
while.
a long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's how my week been, man. I'm just grateful. I'm enriched by the Most High.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me go into mine real quick because you're gonna introduce the guest. So you'll go last.
Yeah.
My week is great, man. Today, my physical CD is being released. My
Yep.
fourth jazz album. It is entitled
Congratulations.
Anomaly, which is something that deviates from
Like
what
the
is
shirt you
normal.
got on.
Yeah, exactly. It's normal or expected. It deviates from that. So
Can we? Are we gonna play at least one track tonight?
next week we'll do it
Next week?
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll do it next
okay.
week. We probably gonna need
the next week to do it.
Yeah.
We gonna need a week to get rid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
Trevor.
Trevor, your turn,
Yeah,
buddy.
go ahead, Trevor.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a pretty good week. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the days to come to fulfill the rest of this week. But before I go ahead and expand on myself, I want to go ahead and I'm letting you guys know this is going to be a show. This might be we're probably going to have an extension of it. It's very intriguing, and we hope to be engaged with the audience. We have a gentleman on this show that is a long-time listener, but this is the first time here on the show. It's my proud moment to introduce Brother Deshaun Coleman. He's going to expand on today's topic. Some will agree, some may not. However, ladies and gentlemen, Deshaun Coleman.
Hey guys, thank you for having me on the show, man. Appreciate y'all. It's been a long time coming, man. This is an amazing show. Y'all doing great things in this space, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I look forward to this evening. I've been looking forward to this evening. There's been some great conversations had with you gentlemen over the last year or two, I would say. So I'm happy to be here. Even though y'all wouldn't ask me about my week, I'm still happy to be here.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. We want to find out how was your week, because however your week was might gauge
the rest of your night gonna be like.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, it's gonna be like this. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this.
How was your week?
This is what I tell people when it comes to my week. I'm slipping punches and throwing some back. That's all I'm doing. That's how my week go. I'm rolling with punches and I'm throwing some back, because that's how life is.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hit. You got to roll with the punches, but you got to throw some back. You got to stay and fight. So that's my day. Yeah. Word up.
Right. There you go.
Man,
That's
okay.
cool.
What's up,
All right.
man?
I like
What's
that.
going on? What we doing?
I like
What's
that.
going on? What's this?
We gonna announce the show.
Trev, get one of y'all.
Go ahead and
Trev
announce
selfish.
the title of the show. You are the flyer.
Yeah.
So
Yes, ladies and gentlemen,
you are the
gentleman
title of the
this
show.
week's flyer and last week's
So
flyer.
come on, look good.
Controlling connections.
Man, it's a serious thing. I mean, first off, man, I'm gonna give honor to God, because that's all blessings flow from my life, and that's first and foremost. And before we even get into that, that's essentially the foundation of any marriage. It should be. You can't get married and not respect the covenant of it. And there's a covenant to marriage. There's a sanctity to it. And when you do it, however you do it, if you go to the courthouse, if you go in the alley somewhere, wherever you decide to go and get married, you go to Vegas, it's a sanctity to marriage. And I think before marriage, there has to be clear communication between the two people who are taking that commitment together. And so if you have communicated XYZ with your significant other, then those commitments, they need to be followed no matter what. And so what's up? What's going on, man? Any questions? What's up? Let's get it started.
One of the first things that I had written down was, what is it, and how do, and what types of different scenarios would in which that would probably apply? Because we're talking about a controlling connection. And a few of the questions that I also had was, what I'll ask you a little bit later on is, how do women feel about it?
Can I interject just really quick? Let me set it up.
Go ahead.
What we're talking tonight is controlling connections. We had a conversation a while ago where we had a with Deshaun, who expressed that he disallowed his wife to have any male.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
Please explain.
I don't want it to be so abrasive, because it's not an abrasive thing.
Don't shy away
now.
it's a word, right? It's a word, like we talked about friendship. But go ahead, you preface it then. Go ahead.
So overall conversation is had in the dating phase, right? So the likes and the dislikes, the do's and the don'ts, the level of respect that one should have for their significant other. And so there's, first of all, just be clear, hey, there's no forbidding for nothing. But I will say this: my flesh is my wife's flesh, and her flesh is my flesh, because that is part of the sanctity of marriage. And so before she decided to say I do, there were conversations, and there is consistent conversation even through marriage about the respect level and the do's and the don'ts that I want and she wants. So go, yeah.
That's a little different because I'm quite sure that the word maybe not forbidden but disallowed which was why we came to the subject when we first had the conversation in the barbershop that morning. That was a thing, and that was kind of a unique stance for me to hear about it. You know what I mean? And like you definitely made known what you felt about that, and we went over several scenarios to where you was like, no, this is what it is, and
so if
the whole barbershop had questions.
If we say disallowed, then okay, fine. My wife is not allowed to have male friends. Okay, let's say she's not allowed to have male friends.
Speak on that.
So the reason why, and let's get into that context more before anything. The reason why is because let's just keep it plain. Why does my wife need male friends?
Oh shit, we getting phone calls already.
I am the elite male friend.
Okay,
So
let's hold up. Let's take this call.
We're gonna take the call.
Yes, sir. Take the call. Welcome, caller. State your name, question, statement.
I have a male friend. We've been best friends for 13 years.
Hold on.
Hold on 1 second.
Could you repeat that, please? We didn't hear you clearly.
This is Celestine Coleman. I'm the wife of Deshaun Coleman.
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, we got her early. Hey, baby, what's up?
Welcome.
Hey, Celeste.
No, speak
Thank
your
you
piece.
for having me. I just wanted to comment on the disallowed comment. I wouldn't say it's disallowed, but my husband and I, we agree upon things, and I don't want him to have a female friend, and I don't think that whatever he needs to get from a female friend, he has me. I'm his friend. I'm his soulmate. We have a covenant. We have a relationship. And so if he was a single man, then that's different. But if he's in a relationship and I'm in a relationship, we're married, why would I need to have a male friend? Now, if I'm doing business, then that's a different story. Or someone that I work with, then that's different. But going out on, say, dinners or lunches, what would be the benefit? What would be the need? What would be he's my best friend. He's the one that, I spend my time with. I want to spend my time with. So what would be the need to, go out with another man, and then he gets the wrong idea that, I want more, or he's trying to get more, because I just don't feel like men and women somebody is going to catch feelings. Eventually, someone's going to catch feelings, and then you bring in problems in your relationship, problems in your marriage.
I have a few questions to ask. When did you all meet? You guys sound like you high school love affair.
We met 12 years ago. So do the math. 12 years ago. So we've been together for 12 years. We've been married for 8.
Did you have male friends before Deshaun?
I did. I had male friends and he had female friends.
Did you all get rid of them after you got married?
After we got married. Yeah, because it changes. And it was organically. It was just we didn't have that need for them anymore. Unless it's a business relationship or, like there was no need for them. Like once you find someone that, you love, that's the person that you're spending your time with. There's no need for an outside source.
Do you work? I mean, I'm assuming you have a job. Did I hear somebody else?
Sorry.
Is that your friend? I mean, is that Deshaun? That wasn't you, right? I mean, come on, who that in the background? That's your brother?
No, I just play on the podcast.
Oh, I thought that was your brother in the background. I'm trying to. I heard a male voice, and there's none of us up here, so I'm wondering who that is in the background. Come on, Deshaun's wife. Who was that?
Baby, he asked, "Do you work?" He asked, "Do you work?"
I'm a realtor.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a realtor.
All right. You don't have all your friends that you do have are work related.
Correct.
You don't have any work husbands or anything of that sort.
What? No.
No, I'm just come on, Deshaun. Let me poke it a little bit.
That's why she don't have
No,
exactly why.
See, this is a little bit different.
Hey, look,
This is a little different because
the problem.
our initial conversation, bro. Our initial conversations were like, so she can't have any friends at work. You said no. He said no male friends. He said, do you have female friends at work?
But
Wait,
those
hold
are
on.
friends.
She just said friends.
No. She didn't say those are friends. She don't have a job to go to.
Okay, so there's no male realtors or brokers.
She doesn't work in an office.
Listen,
Brokers.
I'm
sure there's some male brokers.
Brokers
I'm sure there's some male brokers. Come on, Deshaun.
Yeah.
Are you asking me now?
Yeah, I'm at, but see, the way that is the show is going now is different than the context that was set when we originally had this conversation. The way you guys are explaining it, wait, listen, hold on. The way you guys are explaining it, of course, there's harmony and there's birds and there's all this, but at the barbershop, my brother, you was saying, nope, she can't. That's what made this whole.
My wife does not have any male friends. She doesn't have any.
Okay, she just said other than work.
She doesn't have a job to go to. So she doesn't.
How do you call it work? How do you call it work?
My wife does not work. She's a realtor. She sells houses, so she can do that from home like she does.
So she doesn't interact.
She works with her broker is a female, first off. So her broker is a female. And then it's a small company. So there's no office to go to.
I didn't mention the office or anything.
But let me clear. Let me
shout out her realtor.
But working with someone doesn't mean that that's your friend.
Exactly, and that's what
I'm just saying what you called it.
He called it a friend, and she didn't hear, and so she said she just agreed with what he was saying. But let me put it into context. Hold on.
Can I shout out her realtor?
No. Let me put it into context. Let me put it into context.
I just want to shout out her realtor company.
She does not have any male friends, and she doesn't have a job to go to. And if she had a job to go to into an office where there are men and women, she already knows these are acquaintances. You have to let's stick to the context of what a friend is before we start talking about what a friend. Just because you see somebody every day and work with them, don't make them your friend. Yes. Because you can't call them when it's time to pay that bill. You can't call them when you get stuck on the side of the road. You can't call them when and when you do have friends like that, these are intimate friendships. These are friendships that have developed over time with trust and loyalty and honor and respect. And the problem is that too many women and too many men that are married are allowing things into their marriage that will falter the marriage. And you cannot have a woman cannot sit across the table. My wife can't sit across the table from another man, especially if I'm not there, and be having.
Amen. Preach it, brother.
That is a date, friend or not. Intimate, long-term, been knowing each other before me. You cannot sit across the table from whoever that is, and I'm not there, and have intimate conversation. That is considered a date.
That's cheating.
That is cheating, mentally cheating.
But the way that you're painting that scenario is not the way that it goes in every single situation. So I never said it has to be in an office.
That is true.
Or it has to be dinner sitting next to each other.
Let me paint
another scenario. This has nothing to do with you or your wife. You are a police officer. You have a female partner. This ain't you. This is you have a female partner. You guys trust each other you have to depend on them to save your life, right? You sit in the car with them 8 to 12 hours a day. Are you telling me in those certain situations that your female partner can't be a friend? Or you don't grow a friendship?
So I'm gonna put it right here for you. You just said you're a police officer, right?
Yeah.
Being a police officer is a what?
It's a job.
Okay, so you're at work. So whether or not, now listen. The point of police officer is to protect and serve. So if I'm partners with a female as a police officer, we have to be there for one another. I'll tell you like this. I work in the corporate space. One of my closest associates who I work with is a female. But guess what? When I leave work, that's where she gets left. And we only discuss work. We talk about work. Yeah, there's some like, oh, how's your kids? How's your family? You know, stuff like that. But there's not any, let's go sit down and have lunch together. Let's go have drinks together. Let's go. That's not allowed. You first of all, for a woman, for a married man.
So is she your work wife?
No, she's not. Absolutely not. And that's totally disrespectful to any marriage. And that's the worst thing you could possibly, that's worse than a friend. Because at the end of the day, now you're playing house. And when you're playing house, you're playing with fire. Because when you do that, you're trying to imitate something that takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of effort.
Let's go ahead and thank Celeste for her phone call. Thank you,
Celeste,
for your call and your comment, man. We
Love you.
really appreciate it. Give us a little bit of
Thank you,
insight.
Celeste. Thank you, Celeste, for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's pick it from where we left off.
So you know, so I have a female associate at my job. We work hand in hand, right? And we have to rely on each other, and we have to be able to depend on each other in a workspace because it's our job. It's the same thing for a police officer. That's the right thing to do because that's your job. So you get paid to do that anyway. But nonetheless, if they decide to have a personal relationship outside of work and they're both singles, that's different. We're talking about married people. We're talking about the sanctity of marriage because the original conversation that came from was about is it okay for a woman to be friends with her ex? That's where this original context came from your show, you guys' show, right? The show was, is it okay for a woman to be friends with her ex while she's dating? Or even if she, and then the content I brought up, okay, well, no, for me, it's not okay for my wife. My wife can't have friends, male friends. So that's how this whole thing came up. Okay. So if I have to put everything into context, this is what it is. So
Male friend, we've been best friends for 13 years.
We dated, like she said, we dated for 4 years before we got married. And so, you know, we went through a lot. I have a child from another relationship that she took care of my daughter since she was 1 year old. You know, we have a child together. We've built a life. And it's my duty and job as a husband to build a hedge around my family and to protect my family. And if I allow infiltration from outside entities, that I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, I completely agree. All I'm saying is like the way you run your house, bro, is completely admirable how you run your house. But like,
thank you.
What I'm saying is the conversation we had, and I guess it grew from the initial conversation, but because I never knew it stemmed from the ex conversation we had on our show. I just remember walking in the barbershop and this is what we're talking about. And then further, when you came to our other show, it's how it came. But however you run your house, if it works for your house, bro, it works for your house.
Yeah, and I stand on the same things though. Like I haven't said anything different that I haven't said outside of the show right now, because ultimately my wife is not allowed to have male friends, and that's the truth.
I would agree with you.
So
I'm in total agreement with you, Deshaun.
I think as we peel this onion, we understand the different layers more and more. We have some people that initially, when they first heard it or hear that comment, not allowed to have male friends. Some men and women found it kind of either whether it be controlling, whether it be like, oh hell no, it ain't real, this ain't realistic. Well, somebody has some insecurities and things of that nature. But in all actuality, how often is it that we as men have to deal with that? A woman pours all her eggs into our basket, and now here it is, we're held liable to make sure that I'm her friend. I make sure that I'm the one that she talks to, go shopping with, and things of that nature. But the different perspective on that is, yeah, I am the protector. I am the guardian. I am the one that keeps her, gives her security or whatever else. So maybe is that the way that Deshaun sees it? You know what? Okay, if she poured all her eggs into my basket, then I am going to take care of it. I am going to own it, so much so that he desired to marry her because he wants to be her protector. He wants to be her everything.
We have to be honest as men. We know how men are. And if we know how men are, we know what we want at the end of the day. Sure. We could be friends, a woman, and be like, yeah, girl, oh yeah, he don't treat you that way. She giving you the playbook.
Yeah.
She giving you the playbook on how to.
It ultimately comes down to you, though. It
Yeah.
comes down to the person. Let me ask you this.
But and not to cut you off, EP,
Okay.
but in all actuality, we as men, we know what we want and we're going after it. Even some motherfuckers are willing to lay in the grass until she says, "Oh, he treated me this way," and we like, "Oh, okay, come lean on my shoulder." And this is where this friend zone. If you're friend zoned as a male, sometimes you want to be with that woman, and then you're friend zoned, and you be like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait in the cut." That's not me.
But that doesn't even guarantee that's going to play out that way. Some
It's
people
not.
look. Some
Facts.
people will date somebody faster because she don't respect the dude that's even waiting in the friend zone because he ain't masculine enough. She would the person that she
Exactly.
don't know is more dangerous than the person in the friend
But
zone.
that
so it all depends on the guy.
that person
Or the
that's
girl.
waiting in the friend zone,
Yeah.
he think that is working for him. Now
Exactly.
maybe me or you won't do that, but we're saying some people wait in the grass and they wait for her to call, and we've seen it so many times on social media.
Who in here has friends that are the opposite sex that you value their friendship? I mean, you. What about you, Kev?
Yes.
He don't have nothing. Stop
Yeah.
lying, Keith.
So you
Stop
value
lying,
your female friends, right? And both of you guys are.
Well, I was gonna ask
hold
Trev,
up.
are you gonna be able to have male friends after you get married?
Yeah, because nowadays you gotta ask that. You gotta ask.
Is Michael gonna be able to have male friends? Or am I-
Well, both for you.
Well,
But I mean, since we're asking, really, are
Right.
you going to discommunicate yourself with
With
your
your friends.
female friends that you
Been friends
once
with?
that you've been friends with? And
men are very different, though.
come, don't hold up, brother.
That's true.
We are different.
That's true.
We're different beings.
That's true.
Okay, what does that mean? Though?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like if we want to fuck, we want to fuck.
Okay,
We not shy about that. Even if we're waiting to fuck.
Men are visual. Women are
Women they
Emotional.
need more an
what does that
emotional
have to do with
connection.
these days when women are out? They outnumber us, and they are being a lot more aggressive.
and last week's show kind of low key pertained to that. Who she
Yeah,
more?
so-
No, the week before last.
60%.
Exactly. So
Okay, so I get your question, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is this: any female or male,
Don't smack.
any female or male that is not going to be conducive for the growth, the prosperity, the oneness of my relationship and marriage at this point, I'm going to have to let that person go, because my main objective and my focus is to make sure the growth, prosperity, the marriage, job, mission, vision, and purpose of this union that I have with this woman, that or in any, of your mate, your spouse, or your whoever you're married to, that gets fulfilled, and nothing must stop that, because there's so much more greatness now in everything. A sacrifice must be made in order for something else to be redeemed. If you want to eat a chicken breast, pluck, gotta go. If you want a ribeye steak, see you moo. Something has to be sacrificed in order for something else to be redeemed. Now, if sometimes you may have to sacrifice some friendships or whatever else for the betterment of my self-worth, my growth, my personal equity, or whatever else in this relationship, you may have to let some things go. You may have to sacrifice some things. It's so important that even God did it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to redeem a good, healthy, prosperous, productive relationship, some things you have to prune your tree.
And I'll piggyback off that, Trev.
That's Kevin.
It says it just like this. I'm sorry, Kev, but it says it just like this. And what God bring together, let no man come in between. So it's in the it's in there. It's when you say I do, that is what is stated.
Yeah. Trev don't know that. He haven't heard that yet. Just the rest of
It's
us.
that simple.
Let's say that's King James version.
Yeah, but also to this topic, I think when you talk about friendship, there's different levels of it, right? So like you have some people who who you can't call for certain things, but you could call them for other things. You could call them if you want a good laugh. You can call somebody if you have a friend who you can call if you're in a financial bind, or you have a friend who you can call if you want to go ride out with you to handle some dirty business or whatever. Like, but you have friends for different things, and 100%, like, I'm all for my wife doing girl trips. Like, I'm for her, like, hanging out with her girls, if she want, whatever she want to do. But my point is this: as a man.
Wait.
As a man,
okay, Deshaun, you said you're okay with the girl trips?
Yeah, she gotta have girl time.
I mean, when you say girl trips,
it's not. Listen,
we
I
trust
my wife. I don't care what she's doing, because I know she's doing the right thing. She having fun, and if I have to guess what she's doing, if she's doing something that she's not supposed to be doing, then that's gonna come to the light, and we're gonna handle it when that comes up. But I don't have no care and concern, because I know I love my wife. I trust my wife. My wife can have my heart if she needed it, and that's the thing. I think that's what's wrong with a lot of men. Like, we have to fully give ourselves to our women, and we have to fully be there for our women. And when I say women, I mean your wife. Like, you have, like, when you make that promise to that person, this is an emotional, sensitive creature that God gave to man, because he knew we couldn't be alone. And so this is something that you have to, you get your car washed every week, you get a haircut every week, you take care of all these things. We got to take care of our women. That's important.
But can I ask you a question, Deshaun? As a man, do you think your wife, we know the exorbitant amount of things that these women do on their girl trips. So do you think your wife would really want to go on a girl trip if she's married to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Explain, brother. Because
why wouldn't she want? She's going on a girl trip with her girlfriends. Why can't she go on a girl trip with her girlfriend?
But they do some of the heinous amount of things.
I'm not thinking about the negative stuff.
But he said he trusts her though.
Yeah,
it's not
about trust.
But see, just like who was that?
It's about putting her in harm's way.
Yeah,
where's her head?
We putting her in direct.
Okay, just like
target.
One of our look what
what that person say? Yeah. Don't worry about what that person.
No, because it's going to what you're saying. I'm sure your wife friends are not wild, or you can also have a level of trust in them as well, right? No, I'm asking
you speaking for him.
Yeah. No, I'm asking him.
He's asking. The nicest guys.
I'm just saying. Because see, if it's because I can only speak for me, but I'm asking him. But because if my wife got a couple of loose ass friends, no, hell no.
I know my wife. My wife don't have a lot. My wife is tight. My wife don't relinquish information. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, my wife, one of the reasons why I love my wife is because she taught me how to be private. Like, she taught me how to be private. Like, before, like, I was wild. I'm hanging out, everybody, every side, everywhere, doing things late at night. She taught me how to be private and have a private life, and how privacy is wealth.
I gotta agree with that. It's been a few times that I'm talking to Monica. Monica go on a
of course she's gonna agree with trips. Okay.
Yeah, but let's say Monica go on a girl trip, or she's out or whatever else. If she's gone for, let's say, 3 or 4 days, okay, do you think I'm not gonna call her? I'm not gonna bother her. I'm just gonna let her go ahead and do her thing. So some people would be like, okay, we'll
clear your palate
and we'll talk or what have you. But if she's out there and it's something that she loves doing, and she's in Mexico and she got it going on and they doing their thing, go ahead, enjoy yourself. But the twist is, when you hear that face value, it's like, oh, okay. She in Mexico, but she was with the Rotary Club. She was making blankets for the homeless. She was feeding the homeless.
That's not a girl trip.
That's different.
That's not a girl trip. Knitting blankets for the Rotary Club. That's not a girl trip.
Stop. No, wait. No.
That's not a girl trip.
In your mind, it is. In your mind, it's not. But in Monica's mind, like, hey, we about to go. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna have a good time. For
That
her,
is not
that
a girl's
is
trip.
good time.
Yeah, because hey, I never
Let's say
well,
something
then
else.
You shortchanging our
That's
women.
not a girl's trip.
Then
Say
y'all
Berkeley.
We
shortchanging
know
our
what they
women.
do on these girls' trips.
We're shortchanging our women.
Yeah, because what you mean every female that go out there.
No,
come on, King.
He's talking about the
Come on,
title.
King. Let me
You have a
pass
lot
the
of
mic
women that
because
go and
I don't
celebrate
even want to
each
hear this
other's
no more.
Good time
birthdays.
for her.
I don't even want to hear this. This is
But that's
bullshit.
a good time for her.
No, what he's saying is, Trevor, and correct me if I'm wrong, Canoe, the title of the reason why. But most women, they celebrate each other's birthday. So if you would have used that, then that would have been something different than
Well, Kev, they got different kind of girl trips too. They got like the yoga retreats. They have the cleansing retreats.
Oh, she
They
can
have,
stretch
you know, they
well.
have these different
Oh,
types.
I love those.
Different types of
I love the yoga retreats.
You know, the mushroom retreat.
Let me get you in this downward facing dog so I can my thoughts can penetrate. This downward facing dog.
now those are some retreats. Those are some trips. Those are some trips.
No, this yoga retreats are the most heinous.
All the way in
most
Bali.
heinous.
Oh,
No
man.
cell phones.
I had an ex-wife that was a yoga instructor. I know.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Pete. Even nowadays, look, I never noticed your eyes. Now, I'm just saying nowadays
Yeah,
on the girl
it is.
trips.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what?
And then
Have you ever even tried it?
Especially when alcohol is involved. Because that's when everything is start coming out, start being revealed. They say a drunk speak a sober mind.
Is it always bad though? Is it always?
I mean, it's the
is it
same
always
thing. Laying in the
bullish?
cut. It's the same thing.
I mean, to go back to just kind of go back to friends, female friends, for my wife though. I trust them all. She mainly her best friend. I would say she has a best friend is Nicole. They've been friends since they were kids, but I think her best friend is her sister. As much as she probably would disagree with me. They talk almost every day. They fight. And
Is her best friend married?
absolutely. Oh, her best friend is not married. Nicole is not married. But her sister.
You asking for a friend?
How many
You asking for a friend, Canoe?
how many boyfriends does her best friend have?
She only has one, as far as I know. I can give you a number if you want it.
No. I don't need her number if she already has a best friend, and she already has a man. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Sometimes
So you respect that, huh?
No. I respect that.
That's not.
I'm
He's saying
saying-
something else.
Yeah.
I'm saying
You're
this.
missing what he's saying.
I'm saying this. Sometimes we are influenced by our peers,
Mhm.
and if our peers say, "Oh no, Deshaun is a good guy," I really respect him.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be out here doing what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not saying not your wife, but her best friend.
Yeah.
And sometimes your wife can look at her. I'm not saying she does. I'm just putting it out there.
Mhm.
Sometimes a wife can look at the best friend and be like, "Damn, she is living a great life."
Nicole's not living a good life right now, date wise, man. I'll be honest with you.
Well,
That's even more of a reason why on that.
No, it's
on
not,
that
and it's
trip,
not
if
to
she
her
get
fault.
that-
It's to the man's fault.
No,
Like,
what
it's
I'm
the
saying-
man's fault.
what
it's
he's
the
saying
man's
is-
fault.
Yeah.
Oh, you blaming the man? Get out of this show. Wait.
It's the man's fault.
Wait, you blaming the man? Get out of here. Get out of here. Man, what kind of shit is this? You blaming the man?
Give Trevor the mic.
You've been talking to Trevor too long.
Yeah, exactly.
Nicole's a good woman. She just,
I'll pass the
Yeah.
it's a lot of suckers out here.
Trevor, stop eating and talk.
Man, you've been eating the whole
The
time.
whole time. I'm sure y'all can hear the bag.
Yes.
This nigga been like a mouse the whole damn show.
Nicole's listening. Nicole, you know I love you. We both Scorpio. She knows. It's all.
Your wife is a Scorpio?
No, it's the friend.
friend.
The friend.
I see this.
What is your wife?
A Gemini.
A Gemini.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's bipolar.
No, she
By
not.
nature.
Hey, watch it now.
Hey, that's my
Watch it
wife.
now.
Nigga, that's
Watch
my
it.
wife.
No.
Watch it.
Geminis are two sides. Right?
Yeah, well, you know.
That's bipolar. Though.
No, she ain't bipolar, but she,
Okay, maybe not the way I'm saying it.
Thank you.
But she's two sides.
Yeah, we don't need to hear that one.
She's
Gemini's.
yeah. They don't need to hear that.
Yeah, we hear that one.
I'm on one.
Yeah, but no. What's up, Irv, man?
do you
What
guys-
you, I mean, don't switch it up now, man. I've been waiting for 2 weeks.
Bro,
Let me ask
you
you
put
guys
it in a
this.
whole nother context.
I did not.
You absolutely did.
How?
Hey, do we
How?
have some visual aids?
Well,
do we have some visual aids?
Yeah,
for this?
we got a visual aid to where a woman was asked, and I'll just have them play it. Would she
Yeah,
get
let's
rid of
play
her?
that.
Would she
Let's
get
play
rid of
that,
her
bro.
friends?
Let's play that
Yeah, let's play that.
because she's not.
I wanna
Consider
know.
him a brother. I'm not going to end the friendship for you. That's how I feel. So it's important that they meet each other. They, establish some type of friendship, but I'm not.
So
I'm
what
not
if you
going to
meet
end the
this dude?
friendship.
You meet this dude that you talking about, and he meets your friend. Y'all go out, y'all do y'all little thing, whatever, and he come back to you. Hey, I don't fuck with dude. I think dude a snake. You know what I'm saying? Then what you do? You really like dude, but this been your partner. What you do?
I mean, I'm gonna give him the option. If this is a deal breaker, then let me know.
See,
And if it's a deal breaker, you gonna leave?
Because
this world is crazy.
that's my brother. Like,
my brother.
I know I see y'all.
But your
I see
brother
y'all's
will
faces.
put that thing on you.
No.
That's what he thinking.
No, because there have been opportunities for him to do it, and it has not gone to that point.
Why has it been opportunities in it? Come on now. Tell me how.
Bro, I don't know her.
No, I'm just saying. No, first I want to know why were there opportunities if they're
Well, maybe
just
they
friends?
was coming from her end.
So exactly.
And her
so
own head.
Maybe she
No, what-
expressed to
but
him that she was vulnerable, and he just
Yeah.
consoled her and
I mean-
and didn't even make a move
Hey,
on
This
it.
is
but
my
you-
point.
But I mean, it's
What
not
is your
like
point?
it's impossible.
I have
you know,
I have some
because,
very
yeah,
attractive female
that-
friends that I won't
No,
cross the line.
Right.
I just won't cross the
I
line.
have
Just
some
won't.
that I benefit greatly on, but I know you're going to say that we're not married. But I think if you're dating somebody, it is the practice of getting married. So you should start while you're dating and then courting.
I agree.
So you start early, not
the
just when you
engagement.
get. No.
I
all
mean
that
because
counts.
Trev,
All that
wouldn't you say that's
Y'all been
you're
y'all
there?
been together for
I mean,
years. You just
yeah,
got engaged.
I'm good.
In the engagement, but I'm not saying the way I live my life, everybody else should live it either.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm
So
I'm
what works
letting you
for
know
you.
how I live my life.
Yeah.
I trust innately, and you gotta give that trust. You gotta do something to lose the trust. So I don't
Right.
trip. Like she can have male friends, but if something comes up, then it's
So you
it's
innocent
You already
until
know.
proven guilty.
completely.
Pretty
That's
much,
how I
yeah.
live.
Yeah.
You can have male friends. Even
Yes.
in my marriage, you can have male friends. But if it's somebody that I felt something with, I
I'm
will, like
right.
you said, I will.
I'm gonna let you
Well,
know.
what
What did she say? What
So-
she said?
So what do you
Then-
got? So what do you got?
Then-
What
It's a done
I'm
deal.
saying the same thing. So I agree with her.
Right.
I agree with her. But if I feel something, that's something completely different.
So
Okay,
it's-
so do you guys think that indirectly women do that? Because sometimes you could be with a woman, but she has some instinct or she has some feeling about this one, or she's uncomfortable with this
I'm
one.
gonna pay attention
And a
to it.
lot of
I'm gonna pay
times
attention
men-
to it, but she
Exactly.
can't make me end my friendship. 'Cause my
Okay.
friendships are really friendships.
Okay, so women do it all the time though. Women often, even though they may not agree with what Deshaun is saying, sometimes they do it. You can't leave your phone next to your girl because you'd be like, okay, what's gonna happen? Some people go out to dinner, they don't have to have their phones face up. You meet somebody, who is she? They always have this instinct. I feel something, or my woman's intuition, and they function on that. What do you guys?
I think
how do you guys address
it's about communication. And if you
'Cause women
have
do it.
insecurities, then let's address those insecurities.
But-
Unless now, if there's validity to those, then we have to move a little bit different. Like if your insecurity is me because I have my phone down, okay, let me not have my phone down. Thank you for pointing that out. Maybe something in your past is triggering something
Right.
to why you have these issues.
I think we as men, sometimes they say our insecurities heighten when we say, well, like you're saying, she can't have male friends. And I think that we have to delineate what male friends are. If you're going to hang out with him, going to have drinks with
That ain't
him,
what I'm talking about.
so there's a difference between what we're calling male friends
Yes.
and male associates.
Yeah.
He kind of did scave on that a little bit, but associates is not really a friend.
Exactly.
That's somebody I
It is
associate
not.
with at work
Mhm.
and everything like that. I think my woman can associate with males.
Absolutely.
But when they become male friends,
I think
we have to have a conversation.
I think 90% of the people, I think 90% of the people need to define what friends, because everybody's definition of a friend and associate is completely different.
It is. I agree with that 100%.
Well, let's go to the comment. Let's go to the comment.
That's
Princess Michelle.
So Princess says, I hate this. My sister, bro, but behind closed doors. So she's saying the sis and bro thing, except behind closed doors. It's another story because my ex-husband cheated with his so-called sis. So we have a prime example right here.
That's what I'm talking about, Deshaun.
I know.
That's what I'm talking about. I was dating a woman.
Waiting in the bushes.
Dating a woman. She said it was her friend. She said it was her friend. But it came out sometime later that they had slept together.
Oh.
That is no longer your friend, boo-boo.
No, it's not. That's an intimate partner.
Yes. But I didn't want to really tell you because we were just friends. Mm-hmm. And this nigga live with you.
When you start gambling with that, and that's a final.
And a single.
Let me go back to this though. Let me go back to this real quick. And that's the point. That's the job of a husband, is to protect his house. And if you don't, that's how you protect your house. And it's not a fact of me trying to overrun or overrule or be the lad, the end all be all say so. It's the fact that as a man, like Kanoon said, I know what goes on in the back of men's mind. And we all know what goes on in the back of men's mind. Some
and women mind too.
And women mind too. But I can only speak for men for the most part. And so because a lot of people will say, oh, again, I saw it in comments. Oh, insecurity. Oh, no trust. I'm out. Bye, boo boo. This is where it ends. But see, you're missing the real point. The point is, for a married woman, it is important for her to honor and respect her husband.
Yes.
And so you made a statement that had to do, Irv, with being a friend with somebody. And if your wife felt like there was something going on, you said if it doesn't hold any validity, then you're still going to be friends with that woman. Then you're not respecting your wife. Because if my wife felt uncomfortable about anything, I'm getting her out of there. I'm pulling her.
Well, you know your wife.
Protect
everybody's wife ain't the same. Some people wives are jealous and they just want to separate anything that goes on.
But that's your wife. You got.
But that's what I'm saying. That's your house. So you deal with your house that way, and I deal with my house this way.
Yeah, and that's true. Jealousy can play a factor in that decision, right?
Jealousy, insecurity, right? Their past, all that plays a part.
But then there's also that question: why are they that way? And if you married them and they were that way, then you knew they were that way. It's your job to protect them.
Things grow in your marriage as well. Say, for instance, I'm married to somebody, and then I get a deal with an attractive woman that is feeding us, who's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars a year because I have work with her, or I have to travel. And just because you don't trust the fact that she's beautiful around me, I'm going to end that relationship and cause our house to suffer.
I love that analogy, and I will say this, yes. That is you see, the thing is now
me and you different, right?
Well, no, absolutely, because I would not put money over my wife. I can make money any kind of way.
I'm supposed to be the provider, so
find another way to provide.
Okay,
sounds great.
Hold on.
Sounds lovely.
But in the midst of that, there's also a compromise. Okay, you know what? Okay, baby, if she feels threatened, baby, you're gonna have to take a few months off while I do this tour. You can go with us. So that's the only healthy compromise that I see.
Wow.
If it's unrealistic and she ain't willing to do it, you have to find some kind of compromise so that both of you guys can get what the goal, the job, mission, vision, and purpose is all about. So now, okay, tell you what, if you feel uncomfortable, now what we're going to do is you take off work because I'm about to make 100. So however long this tour lasts, I would just say, I'm not saying that this is what you should do, but tell you what, you take off work, you come with me.
I love
you.
that.
You come as my woman. You protect me. You make sure I'm there. You might not do it, but I'm just talking about a compromise.
I'm just saying you might as well stop talking about it.
A compromise would probably be that if my wife is uncomfortable,
we know that he ain't
something
doing.
that we need to do. Let's say we falling behind on bills or whatever else.
You might well change
this is my wife. Okay,
I ain't doing it.
But you got to in a marriage to fulfill your purpose. Sometimes you have to have a compromise.
and you have to be the leader too.
He said
you have to
not
be the leader,
doing
especially
it.
if I know I'm not doing nothing. And this is a great way, bro. Prime example.
So that
I would
would work for you?
listen. I was married, bro. I was married. I was working with Kanye at the beginning of his ascension. I would have to end a date to go. I would be on call. Oh man, you got to look. If I don't go, I can't afford for him to find another me. You ain't gonna understand. You don't understand this later on when all these bills is paid. So sometimes you have to be the leader, bro.
But
they don't understand.
Mm-hmm. But being a leader is not making the end all be all decision according to what you want. That's not a leader.
When we don't agree and I'm the man, who leads?
You both do.
When we can't come to an agreement, who has the ultimate say?
You do.
You don't both.
That's
Not
why
at all.
marriages work. That's why marriages work.
I would disagree with this
Not at all.
That's why
because
marriages
I
work.
say you do.
Marriages work.
I say
already when he
EP
grabbed the
has-
microphone, I knew where that was
Yeah, EP has the final say.
I am the victor.
He has the final say.
I am the victor.
Somebody has to have the final say, and I say it's the man. If you're leading the family, bro, you fall on the sword. Whatever, if good
whatever
or bad,
it look like, huh?
Good or bad, not whatever they look like. Good or bad. Oh, y'all didn't see that? Good or bad, you fall on the sword.
Land the plane.
As a man.
Land the plane.
As a man. And if you check all these things that people are doing on this social media platform, they have women calling their best friends that been friends with them for years, that they say they're friends, right? But as soon as they say, hey, my boyfriend broke up with me or my fiance left me and I need you to come over and console me, are you willing to do that? Most men say yes. Most. I'm not saying all. I'm saying most men say yes. That's in our nature. We're here to conquer. We're here to conquer, whether it's what you want or what you don't want. Sometimes you're willing to do it. I mean, come on. We all been around each other for some time. If a woman calls you and you didn't even want her, you would be like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, boo-boo. I'll be over there. Oh, no. Matter of fact, come by my house. Because I don't even want the drama. So when we say that a woman needs to have a certain, well, I don't know about nowadays. A woman needs to have a certain inclination. She has to be feeling the man or emotionally connected to a man to engage in this. A man, he could just do it off the whim. I don't need to. You could just look attractive to me, and I might do something.
I'm sorry. Well, okay.
Trevor, not in your 50-year-old stage.
No,
I'm talking about in your earlier stage when you had much
vigor.
You had vigor, and you had more testosterone to flow. I'm saying you would do it. Don't play with me. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Trevor's a little different.
Yeah.
I'm different. Yeah.
No, I'm saying your answers are different, but we know you.
Yeah. This brings us. You know what? A round of applause for this. Man. This was an awesome show, and it came to an ending real quick. I hear what you're saying, and I respect it, but I think, especially after a certain age, you need to practice some kind of control, dig discipline. So now, if you're not being led by it, men probably have to be concerned with other men that are around your woman or your wife that are led by it. If they feel that potential of a man that's being led by, or a snake in the grass, or someone that has potential to be with or want to be with your wife, especially, then I get it. However, growing up, if a man does not practice some form of discipline, then that's not who you necessarily want to have around your wife. Now, one of the things that is very important is couples doing what works for them. If the chemistry of no friends work for husband and wife team or couple marriage, go ahead, because whatever is going to fulfill the job, mission, vision, and purpose more constructively and even smoothly, then fine. We're concentrating on each other's assets and we're putting all our eggs in each other's basket. So as a result, with that comes a lot of responsibility. That means that you have the ability to respond. When you have Eve that got tempted, she was only tempted when Adam wasn't around, when Adam wasn't protecting her, when Adam was out the way. That's when she was able to be tempted. Now, based upon a woman's emotions, sometimes if she functions on that, that can cause a detriment to a marriage and a fall. God said, what I put together, that let no man put us under. God is above everything. So God can't be under anything. So with that being said, I wish you guys a great week. I want to have Irvin introduce next week's topic, and we'll go from there. Thank you for meeting us at this hot topic on this day on Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Irv, next week
He gonna introduce the topic next week.
No, we're gonna have Deshaun say the last word. One word, Deshaun. Tell the people what you got to say.
Protect your marriage.
There we go. Protect your marriage.
It's a good show, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you, fellas. This is fun.
Yeah.
I still want to know how, though.
Because it sounded like it was more direct.